Evaluating expressions. You need your book open to page 2 and 3. When the directions say evaluate the expression when x equals 2, it means substitute 2 in for x and get an answer. Number 1 says 5x, so that means substitute 2 in for x, which would be 5 times 2, which equals 10. Number 2 says x divided by 2, substitute 2 in for x. 2 divided by 2 equals 1. Now, on page 2, the first part of your video homework is the guided practice at the bottom of page 2, numbers 1 through 4. Stop the video and do that now. Here comes some vocab. Variables. You know what a variable is, a letter that takes the place of a number. Algebraic expression. Algebraic expression is a math expression that has a variable in it, like 5x plus 3, or a plus r, or 3x plus 2 minus y. Those are all algebraic expressions. A power is how many times you're going to multiply something. The base is what you're multiplying. 5 to the 7th. This is your base. This is your power. Powers are also called exponents. That does not mean 5 times 7. That means write 5 down 7 times and multiply them all together. The power tells you the number of the base that you need to multiply. You need 7 5s all multiplied together. Okay, exponents. Can you change these math bases and powers or exponents into words? The first one would be 8 to the first. So you would actually write 8 to the first power. Now, if you did the math on that, what would the answer be? Well, of course, it would be 8. Because if you write 8 down one time and multiply, you don't have anything but 8. Number 2, 5 to the second power. You could write out 5 to the second power. Or, what's another way you could say that? How about 5 squared? Because the exponent of 2 has a special name called squared. Okay? What is 5 squared or 5 to the second power? That means 5 times 5, so that's 25. Write it down 2 times. Not 5 times 2, 5 times 5. Next, we have 1/2 to the third power. You could write out to the third power, or you could write 1/2 cubed. Cubed is the special word that goes with the third power. Only the powers of 2 and the powers of 3 have special words. 2 is squared, 3 is cubed. Or you could say to the third power. Either way is right. What does this mean? 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2. Top times top times top, 1, bottom times bottom times bottom, 8, that's 1/8. Now, it's time for you to stop, do some more video homework. At the bottom of page 3, do number 5 through 8. Evaluate, or evaluate the direction, the expression. What does that mean? It means take the number they give you, substitute it in for the variable, and do the math. So this actually means 3 to the third power. Don't say that's 9. It's not. It means 3 times 3 times 3. The power tells you how many times to write it down. Well, 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. That's the answer. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. Now, go ahead and turn to page 4 in your book. Do the next section for video homework, which is problems 9 through 11 on page 4. Formulas. Formulas are just algebraic expressions that work for some real-life problem. For instance, the formula for the area of a square, yes, I know it's a lousy square, is s squared, which means side squared. So if the side is 5, let's say the side on this square was 5, then to get the area of this square, you would go a equals 5 squared, that's 25, okay? And it's always whatever units they give you squared. If they give you no units, you write units squared. If they had told you that was centimeters, you would have put centimeters squared. If they said inches, you would put inches squared. Area is always some unit squared. Now, another formula is volume of a cube. Yeah, it's still kind of a lousy cube. Okay, so volume equals side cubed. So if the side is 5, then you would go volume equals 5 cubed. What's 5 cubed? That means 5 times 5 times 5. Well, 5 times 5 is 25, times another 5 is 125. So 125, what do you need? Units. What do you think? Squared? No, cubed. Volume is always units cubed. Area is always units squared. Now, make sure you look at example 5 on page 4 because it shows the formulas right above the example, plus gives you some examples of how to do it. And then your last video homework problem for tonight is found on the bottom of page 4. It's number 12. Have a great evening. See you tomorrow.